Hello everyone, my name is Camjack and welcome to Dreadnought. Before we begin, I just need to let you know this video is sponsored by the Dreadnought development team. So today I'm going to be talking to you about Dreadnought, but more specifically giving you a rundown of the Corvette Class Starship. These little fast attack scout ships are best suited to recon and outflanking enemy vessels. Don't be misled by a Corvette's small size though. It's the fastest and punches well above its weight class, meaning you can wreak havoc on the battlefield. If you do want to pick up Dreadnought, then you can do so via Steam. The game is free to play and is available right now. Simply follow the link in the description and download today. Not sure what Dreadnought is? Then let me help you out. Dreadnought is a free to play game where you can take command of your own capital ships and customize them to your own desires. This game will put you at the center of spaceship battles on a massive scale. So what are you waiting for? Download today. With that out of the way, let's get back to talking about the topic of this video, the Corvette class. As I previously mentioned, although these ships are small, they can certainly make a difference on the battlefield. From scouting a map to sneaking up and killing healers and snipers, these Corvettes can really shake up a battle if played right. So let's talk about strengths and weaknesses of the Corvette. Hit and run tactics are key. The ship is designed for speed, so making use of that is super important. Along with modules like Blink Warp, the ship can dodge incoming fire and even warp through terrain. While Blink is an amazing feature, if you're a type of captain who prefers stealth, then you can take the Heavy Cloak module or a variety of other modules at your disposal. Now weakness wise, it is mainly due to the size and light armour. While the Corvette shields can block 100% of damage taken, this will not last forever, meaning you can find yourself abandoning the ship quite quickly. There is sort of an custom playstyle to those players who do decide to go as a Corvette, so it really kind of has to suit if you're the type of player who would like to play a Corvette. Personally myself, I prefer destroyers and artillery cruisers, as well as on the occasion a little bit of a tactical cruiser. If you do want to check out my videos on those ships, feel free to check out the playlist linked in the description below if you'd like an introduction to those ship classes. But today I'm mainly focusing on the Corvette, so let's take a look at some of my own Corvettes I use in Dreadnought. So over in Jupiter Arms we have the Tier 2 Dover, which is a ship I use a little bit. To be honest, I don't play Corvettes that much, so therefore you're not going to find these, or my ships anyway, to be particularly tiered up and teched to the maximum level, just because I don't really play Corvette. I'm more of like, sailing along in a destroyer, a Dreadnought or artillery cruiser myself. But, sometimes I do want to play a Corvette, so I go for Dover or another ship which I'm about to show you. But let's take a look at the Dover first. It is a Tier 2 Jupiter Arms ship. We'll do a quick 3D spin around the whole thing. You can see there, a very small dinky ship compared to everything else, but I love the engines though. You can see there, some impressive detail the devs have done there. Just going around again, and you've got those front guns there which really do pack a punch when you're going into attack. I'd love to see one of these built in another game at some point, because I just think the idea of these Corvettes looks really cool. So yeah, I'd love to see more of them. Anyway, let's check out the loader a minute so you can see what I'm currently packing. Primary, I've obviously just got the dual heavy cannons too. That's all I've got at a minute. In this one here, I have Beam Turrets 1. I can upgrade them to Beam Turrets 2 eventually. Again, I don't play this class very much, so I've not really got much unlocked or upgraded. Primary-wise, I also have Thrust Amplifier Mark 2. I'll show you how this works when we actually get into a game, as we'll be taking the Tier 2 Dover out today to test. But basically, this will increase your thrusters and boost you along a little bit more. Secondary-wise, I'm still using the Heavy Torpedo 1, probably going to upgrade to Heavy Torpedo 2. I'm not a fan of Drain Torpedo. I prefer things that cause damage, so Heavy Torpedoes are my sort of thing to go for. Perimeter-wise, we do have the Anti-Missile Pulse. This releases a pulse to basically ward off missiles, kind of like, make them go away, simply put. I can upgrade to Anti-Missile Pulse 2, or I can go over to Disruptor Pulse, kind of whichever one you choose. I'll probably go for Anti-Missile Pulse 2 when I play this on a bit more. Internal-wise, there now is an Afterburner. Boost movement speed for only 2 seconds, target yourself, and it's got a cooldown of 18 seconds. I will be upgrading it to the Afterburner 2 because it's just, it's got a better cooldown, and yeah, I prefer that to, auto repair. I prefer Afterburner, to be honest, because as Corvettes, you're so light armored anyway, I personally don't see the point in auto repair, but that's my opinion. Some other people may have something different. Let me show you some more ships in a minute. Now over here in the Kula Vector fleet, I actually have a Tier 3 Corvette. Now this one is a Kreshnik, however I believe you pronounce it. It would do a bit of a 3D spin here. As you can see, this is a completely different design right now. A more wider Corvette compared to the thinner, sleeker one by Jupiter Arms. Anyway, let's take a look at the loader of this one. Now I've used this a bit in a Tier 3 fleet, so I've got a little bit more unlocked. So let's take a look. Primary, I'm using the Dual Scatter Cannons Mark 3. Very nice. Secondary, I'm using Beam Turrets 2. You can upgrade these to Beam Turrets 3 and Plasma Turrets Mark 3. I want to unlock Plasma Turrets 3 at some point, as they really do pack a punch. Primary-wise, I am using Blink Warp. You can obviously upgrade different things, such as the Light Cloak, Kinetic Weapon Amplifier, and Thrust Amplifier. Secondary wise, I'm still using Heavy Torpedo 2, you can upgrade again to Heavy Torpedo 3, Drain Torpedo, Scrambler Mines, and of course Weapon Breaker Torpedoes. So quite a variety of weapons when you get up to tier 3 here. Perimeter wise, I'm still using the Disruptor Pulse, again you can go to Mark 3, Auto Guns, or Anti-Missile Pulse Mark 3. But you see that as a successor to what we see on the tier 2 Dover there. Internal wise, I am obviously just using Auto Repair, nothing much else. I'm not particularly a fan of everything, so I kind of keep it as that. Obviously, you've got tons of other stuff here. I really want to test out, the afterburners at some point, because I like having them. And also this, maneuver over here. I'm not entirely sure what this does. It ascends until flying upside down in the opposite direction, then rolls right side up, increases resistance to damage. Oh, that's a good little maneuver. We should probably test that out at some point. That could be really good for those sharp turn maneuvers. I mean, as a Corvette, you do want to make multiple passes, like your hit and run attacks, as I explained earlier. So this here, the Emmanuel maneuver, I don't know how to pronounce that, can turn your ship around 180 degrees. That could really help with those hit and run maneuvers if you're going for that Corvette build. In the Oberon fleet, I have just unlocked the Fulgora over here. My friend Dr. Kraz likes flying this one, as you can see. A very interesting design. I can't wait to test this out a little bit more. I've not actually flown it once yet. I unlocked it last night, and I've not actually had the chance to fly it yet. So I'm going to take it out at some point. I'm not going to take it out today, because I need to learn it a little bit more without making myself look bad. But you can see this one here is by Oberon, so it's got a little bit different tech on board. Obviously, we have Dual Repeaters Mark 3, can pack a good punch. Secondary-wise, we have Beam Turrets 2. Primary, we have Blink Warp, so kind of all the same things as the other one. Drain Torpedo 2. Disruptor Pulse 2, and then we have Auto Repair 2 as well. Again, you can upgrade to similar stuff. Those tier 3 ones there are a little bit different, but they do have the same sort of qualities in some of the modules. It's just the visual bits is slightly different. So there we go. That's all for my Corvette today, but I know what you want to see. You want to see a Corvette in a battle and see how well it actually does. Well, let's jump into a Recruit Fleet battle, and I'm going to test out the tier 2 Dover. Welcome to the battlefield, captains. So, we're obviously getting started with our tier 2 Corvette today, so let's see what's out there on the battlefield for us to beat up. Now, obviously, one of our big targets are artillery cruisers and tactical cruisers, so we need to spot them, get out there, and cause as much havoc as we possibly can. Remember, as I mentioned earlier, hit and run tactics are key, so let's just play around and see what we can find. Let's see if we can go along here. Remember, I've got to avoid everything because this ship is so light armoured, one thing could just decimate and kill me instantly. Now, there's some sniper ships over there. We don't really want to get in their view field just yet. Oh, hello. Scratch that. We've upset this sniper ship already. Oh, that was unfortunate. I caused a lot of damage to him there, but I didn't actually notice he was sneaking around to me. He also did have some healing ships backing up there. That's what I mean as a Corvette. You've got to be careful where you go. That's not a prime example. I do not recommend you follow what I just did. Now, as I was previously going to say, seeing as with a faster ship out here at the minute, we need to focus on quick attacks. I was prancing around a little bit too much there. Probably should have just gone in and broke off instead of sitting there stationary. But we're going to see if we can come back around again and cause him some more damage. Now, there's a destroyer sneaking around there, so we don't really want to go up against the destroyer. We could target that ship over there, which is a destroyer, but it appears he's getting a lot more damage to him at the minute. Ideally, we need to go for those corvettes and other ships. We can't really do much against the destroyer. So we need to go for those snipers, ideally. Right, afterburner and thrust. We're going to make a push for him. And we're gone. Awesome, let's break off slightly and go around and back, so we've got a destroyer aiming at us most likely. Let's come back around again. Oh, I've just hit the rock, that's a bit unfortunate. And I've lost a bit. Okay, let's try and break off, and we'll come back for him later. Yeah, he's firing on us now, we need to get in a bit of cover. Oh, you can hear the shots going by us. Right, let's sit in cover for a little bit and see if we can come back around. Our Corvette friend is over there at a minute. I don't think he's being healed. So, afterburner go. Full speed. Oh, he's hitting on us. Missile pulse. And let's target him. Right, we've got him nice and close, nice and close. Come on. Oh, he broke around there. Okay, we managed to get him right to Q2, but we're going to lose the ship though. Afterburner, let's get out of here, come on. Can we get behind some cover? We're going to get hit. Oh, we got hit there at the very last minute. We probably could have made it out there if we was a little bit quicker. Unfortunately, I didn't pack enough punch and I had to sit there for a little bit and press my alternate gun to target him and kill him, but you know. Okay, so some tips for playing as a Corvette class in Dreadnought. Although I'm not doing my best right now, I'm still going to offer you some tips anyways, so hopefully you can do a little bit better than me on the battlefield. Our speed makes us best class for taking objective. So if we're playing something like Conquest, that game mode, or playing something like Onslaught, we really need to go for the objective. In Conquest, obviously you can go for, which is, you know, capturing the objective. In Onslaught, you can go for things like the tactical ship. Oh, I just rammed him. We almost had it. Oh, we managed to get him as well. I think our like detonation at the end there, or our torpedo, must have taken him out. I can't even remember if we fired a torpedo or not. So as you can see there, I'm targeting artillery ships quite a lot as they're very deadly to our destroyers. We're not doing too well at the minute. Our team need to push up a little bit more. But you know, if you notice an artillery ship, or especially a lone one on the battlefield, that is your target. You should go for that. Now that Corvette has just beaten up our artillery ship. So let's go and see if we can say hello to him.
It's not looking good out there, Captain.
Right, we've got the Corvette. There we go. We've just avenged our artillery ship. So as we're at the back of the enemy battlefield at a minute, that Corvette's going to obviously get healed by his own team. So it's going to be really hard for us to do some damage. But now he's breaking off. We might be able to get in there and cause more damage. Here we go. We've got the upper hand. Nice. There we go. We had the upper hand there because he turned. Again, Corvette's can only fire from one front distance. I'm ramming a rock for some reason. Corvette's rising up now. It's a minute short of reload. One of the things I always forget is reloading. It's very key you do that.
Hi, Captain. Going to be thrust amplifiers. Not up yet, Captain. Thrusters overheated, Captain. Enemy missiles incoming, Captain. You got him, Captain.
Oh, hell. I'm going to take a lot of damage. I'm being targeted by some Tesla beams. Nope. Duck down behind cover. Ah, too late. So one of our easiest targets as a Corvette is tactical cruisers and artillery cruisers due to their light armour. If we see them on the battlefield, if those are our primary targets, you can see I'm not really bothered about the destroyers or anything like that. I'm purely going for the tactical cruisers and any other ship that's an artillery cruiser. You can attack Dreadnoughts if they're on the end of their life or just to annoy them. The issue is with Dreadnoughts and destroyers is they have a lot of flat guns which can cause heavy damage.
Thrusters at max. Thrusters burnt out, Captain.
Let's see if we can cause some damage to the ship.
Thrust amplifier.
There we go, managed to take him out. Let's duck down and we're away. Nice, I managed to escape there. Well, I say escape, I have dodged into a rock for some reason. The ship's doing a bit of a weird one. Come on, go forward.
Thrust amplifier. Firing thrusters. That's all she's got, Captain. Ready to launch.
Go on, fire on him, fire on his hull.
We're getting killed out here.
No, we're gonna lose,
Shield activated. That did it.
And let's get out of here. We're not going to get out of here in time. Ah, it was worth a shot. So we managed to take out one of their tactical cruisers, but at the cost of us. So if our team were on the ball, they probably could take advantage of that, but I'm not sure if they can at the minute. So just remember, as a Corvette, flak turrets are our worst enemies. As I mentioned before, you don't really want to be engaging destroyers and things like that Corvette's doing right now, as if they enable their flak guns, they can decimate you very quickly. Now, I thought I just saw a Corvette sneak around here. So I have to take the gamble. There he is. And we got him. I think I just got hit by a warhead, actually. Oh, I got hit straight in the face. No, he's going to reload. Oh, too late. I took a critical hit there because that sniper turned around and looked at me. I probably should have broke off in hindsight, but oh well, I'll know that for next time now. So yeah, as a Corvette, you can get yourself out of some tight situations like that, but you have to play your cards extremely right. As you see there, that could have gone very badly for me. I'm being healed as well. Thank you, allies, for healing me. Hello, Corvette. And we got him again. That Corvette keeps coming in for a lot of attacks. Well, there we go. And I think that's the end of the match. Indeed it is. Well, there we go. Hey, we came number one. Very nice as well. A very interesting match. As you can see, I don't particularly play Corvette that well. It's not typically the class I go for, and you really have to have a favoured playstyle towards it. But I suspect some of you in the comments will actually like playing as a Corvette. As you can see there, we came top of the board there with 10 kills but 8 deaths. As a Corvette, you're probably going to find yourself dying quite a lot unless you have that sort of blink warp or that fast action response to get out of there in time. I'm not the best because I like to stick around and try and cause as much damage as I can, hence why I typically take a destroyer. Well, there we go everyone. This has been my introduction video to the Corvette class in Dreadnought. Hopefully you did enjoy it and find it very informative, so feel free to let me know down below in the comment section. In the meantime, remember that Dreadnought is free to play, and if you do want to get it for yourself, it is now available via Steam. Simply follow the link in the description below and you can go download it for yourself and play today. I do hope to see some of you in the game very soon. I have run across a few of you so far, so make sure to say hello if you do suddenly find me in a game. I'll definitely say hello back. In the meantime, I've been Captain Jack. Thank you for watching this little Dreadnought mini-series. This is my last video on the ship classes, and I do hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you very much for 6 Foot Games for sponsoring us and allowing me to bring this series to your eyes. It has been quite fun. Thanks for watching everyone, and goodbye.